श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् नवकञ्जलोचन कञ्जमुखकर कञ्जपदकञ्जारुणम् कन्दर्पगणित अमितछविनवनीलनीरज सुन्दरम् पटपीतमानवु तडितरुचिशुचि नौमि जनकसुतावरम् श्रीराम श्रीराम राम राम सिया राम श्रीराम श्रीराम राम राम सिया राम श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् नवकञ्जलोचन कञ्जमुखकर कञ्जपदकञ्जारुणम् कन्दर्पगणित अमितछविनव नीलनीरज सुन्दरम् पटपीतमानवु तडितरुचिशुचि नौमि जनकसुतावरम् श्रीराम श्रीराम राम राम सिया राम श्रीराम श्रीराम राम राम सिया राम।
So what I was asking is that when we get an answer, how are we receiving that answer? Where is it coming from? So if I was to say it is coming in the form of a thought, would that be accurate? Yes. Now, that thought is perceived, isn't it? Take your time over this, there's no rush.
यानी जो भी आउटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग
It's
से
okay.
जो भी चीज़ मेरे को समझ आई है, यानी आउटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग से जो भी चीज़ समझ आई है जहाँ पे मैं पर्पसफुल कंट्रीब्यूशन कर सकता हूँ, पर यस, जो मेरे को अपनी बुद्धि से समझकर और चीज़ों को देखकर समझ आ रहा है, जो यूएस और भारत में डिफरेंस मैं अपना एनालाइज कर पा रहा हूँ, उसमें मेरा एक ड्यूटी क्या बनता है, वो एक सेल्फ एनालिसिस अपने एक बुद्धि के एनालिसिस से ही आ रहा है।
Correct. So, if I was to say that आत्मज्ञान, मैं इंग्लिश में बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि जब जूम में भी सब लोग बाहर से भी हैं, तो मैं अगर ये कहूँ, इफ आई से दैट आत्मज्ञान इज नॉट पॉसिबल टू रिसीव इन द माइंड इंटेलेक्ट सिस्टम, एंड आई आस्क यू टू चेक who is that which witnesses your next thought, What do you find?
नहीं पता लग रहा.
It's not deniable that you are witnessing it, isn't it?
हाँ.
You cannot deny it.
Yes,
But
that I
who
can
that
deny.
I is, that you're saying you're not able to find. Correct?
यानी वो क्वेश्चन तो वही रह जाता ना, अगर मैंने कुछ फाइंड आउट कर लिया तो फिर वो आई नहीं रह जाएगा.
No, no, let's not speculate. Let's just watch. Now, suppose wait for your next thought to come. You cannot deny that you witness it. It's not that Anushka is witnessing it or Radha is witnessing it. You are witnessing it. कोई आपको बता नहीं रहा ना कि आपकी ये थॉट है.
ये क्वेश्चन ही आता है कि वो मेरे को ऐसा करना चाहिए, वो ज्ञान कहाँ से आ रहा है.
Okay, so ये when you say आता है, what do you mean?
यानी why I have chosen this path.
No, no, it's very good what you were saying. You were saying the question arises that what should I do or why I have chosen this path. So when you say arises या आता है, what do you mean by that?
यानी मेरे पास उसका अभी जवाब ही नहीं है, पर कहीं से तो आ ही रहा है. दैट इज द ओनली थिंग आई कैन
So
स्पेक्युलेट.
let's not worry about the answer for the moment. And let's not speculate about anything. Let's say the question came, if I was to propose to you that it was a thought that arose, would you say yes? Yes. You see? Now the one that witnessed that thought was not a thought itself. Or is it that the thought is witnessing a thought?
समवन इज विटनेसिंग.
Yes. So this one, how far from you is this one?
तो कंफ्यूजन आ रहा है फिर.
Right. And that is also witnessed. You see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to create some distance between your thoughts and you. Like otherwise we end up living our life as if the thought is me. I am confused. I have this question. Now we are checking and seeing that a thought is arising. I am at least closer to the witness than I am to the thought. So if the thought says, I am confused, are you confused?
यानी थॉट यही कंफ्यूजन का है कि इज इट ए थॉट और आई हैव रीच्ड द विटनेस स्टेज.
I'm not speaking about any special stage. Like in the normal human condition, the mind proposes a thought and we perceive that thought, isn't it? Now, the one that perceives that thought, is it really the object of that thought? So if the thought says, I am confused, then that when the one that perceives that thought is actually confused.
विटनेस एज ए विटनेस समझ आ रहा है कि वो एक थॉट है कन्फ्यूजन वाला भी, एंड आई एम एबल टू सी दैट थॉट की कन्फ्यूजन का थॉट आ रहा है.
Yes. So this I that is able to see the thought, which I is that? Is it the same I who said, I wanted to do this, I didn't do this, I got frustrated? Is it the same I?
नहीं मालूम.
It's very good. I don't know is a great step. You see? But I am proposing to you that it is important to find this out. In fact, it may be the most important question to ask. If I was to propose that every other I that we make a me and say, this is my story, this is what happened to me, every other me is not the truth. Only this which you're finding now, this I, can lead you to the truth. Then it would become the most important question for us to answer.
कैन आई रिलेट कि मन में थॉट ज़रूर आया कि क्या ठीक करना है,
Yes.
पर उसकी पावर टू वर्क ऑन इट, टेक एक्शन ऑन इट, वो करेज, वो थॉट, वो करेज आना उस चीज़ को लेकर, इज दैट एनर्जी इज कमिंग फ्रॉम देयर, और
To notice the energies arising, or to notice anything arising like feelings arising, even anger arising, all of these things arising, the witness of the feeling or the energy or the thought is the same one or a different one?
नहीं डिफरेंट लगता है, क्योंकि थॉट तो सभी प्रकार के आते हैं, बट आई वांट टू चूज दिस वन जो मेरे को डीपर सेटिस्फेक्शन में लेके जाता है.
No, no, I'm saying is the witness the same one or the different one? And if there are different witnesses to energies, to feelings, to thoughts, then how does all of this information come to you? Okay, let me try and simplify. So, a thought comes, or some sensory input comes. You hear this voice from the outside, or you feel some anger. All of that is witnessed by whom? By the same one or different ones?
सेम वन.
The same one. You see? Now, this one seems to be central in our lives. So, isn't it important to find out who this one is?
ट्रू.
You see? Now, can this one change?
यानी उससे तो फ्रस्ट्रेशन आना शुरू हुआ कि अगर वो उसमें कुछ बदलाव दिखा, आई डोंट वांट टू बी, जो एक डीपर सेटिस्फेक्शन वाली चीज़ थी, आई वांट टू गो बैक देयर.
So, can you point out any change which happens to the witness? Like not through speculation or thinking, but by actual observation.
नहीं, विटनेस पे चेंज नहीं आया, बट उसके एक्शन का जो प्रभाव था उसने परेशान तो किया.
Agree. I agree with all of the what you said. I'm only saying that for now, what is most important is to find out who this witness is.
ट्रू.
We are not worried about the consequences for the moment. We will worry after satsang about those things, and we can talk about those things also more. But for the moment, what is most important is to find out who is this I at the center of all of this changing thing.
एक मोमेंट के लिए अनचेंजेबल लगता है.
एक मोमेंट के लिए
अनचेंजेबल लगता है.
अनचेंजेबल. यस. Is there anything which is closer to you than the witness? Anything more intimate? सबसे पास में क्या ये साक्षी ही है?
उस साक्षी के साथ वो पर्पस दिखता बस अभी तो.
In what way is the purpose seen?
टू डू समथिंग मीनिंगफुल.
Yes. So, I'm going to make a diagnosis, okay? It is not meant to upset you in any way. What has happened is that you have deeply identified with your purpose for the last 17 years, and therefore, when we are looking at what the nature of yourself, your true self is, because the identification is so deep, it keeps pointing to the purpose and the meaning. What I'm saying is that even before you had this purpose, who were you? Who is that I in the middle? You were there before this purpose was there?
एब्सोल्युटली.
Yes. So, this I, which has stayed constant and has picked up the purpose, has dropped various things, has picked up newer things, but it itself did not change. Who is that one?
उसको जान भी लिया तो क्या, व्हाट नेक्स्ट.
Yes, yes. Many people say, if I find out who I am, then what will I get? Huh? But is that question relevant? Like, what will who get? Isn't it important to know who we are before we can figure out what I will get? You see, so suppose that I find out that the rabbit will get 10,000 carrots, but then I see that I am not the rabbit.
नहीं, for me, it is not bothering ki what I will get, but what is the next purpose then?
But you have to accept the fact that the purpose depends on what you turn out to be, isn't it? If you turn out to be empty space, then that purpose could be different. If you turn out to be a chair, then the purpose could be different. So isn't the purpose dependent first on who you actually are? See? So when we are faced with this most difficult question to the mind, then the mind says, let's not go too much into that. Let me find out what else I can actually answer. Now we may say, what is next for me? Once I find out who I am, what is next? And if you were to find out that you are not in time at all, that you have no next, then what is the point of that question, what next? If you're not in time and space, then how to answer what is next?
मैं अटैच नहीं भी फील करता जिस पर्पस को सर्व करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, जान भी लेता हूँ कि मैं कौन हूँ, और उसके अंदर आई लीव एवरीथिंग. आई एम नॉट श्योर कि वो सेटिस्फैक्शन और वो हैप्पीनेस होगी.
Nice.
Because when I can see the pain there is out there, and if I connect with the God, and God is in everyone, I cannot let, when I knew there is a suffering and there is some capability God has built in me, तो
Yes, I hear you. But my submission would be that let's not presume. Like, this is like saying that even if I became a Nepalese citizen, I'm not sure whether I'll really like the snow in the Himalayas. But I'm saying let's not presume that once I find out, then also, then what is the point? Will I be happy? Will I be satisfied? I'm saying let's come to the actuality of that and say from the reality, no? Why should we presume in advance?
नहीं, आई कुड फील आई विल नॉट बी हैप्पी, इतना तो पक्का है कि
Okay. So my then my submission to you is that even if you're unhappy, don't you want to know the truth about who you are?
एब्सोल्युटली.
Isn't it? So it came to my, I came to this point that I want to know the truth even if there is no joy in it. I cannot live a lie anymore. So we are not doing the self-inquiry to get happiness. It is so that we find the truth. I know you just came from a happiness program, but that's
नहीं, हैप्पीनेस प्रोग्राम से तो नहीं
it's
आया.
okay. Don't worry, I'm just making a joke. I'm saying the truth has to be worth it for itself, no? Not for the
No doubt,
byproduct.
no doubt in it.
Yes. Is there something that you know which you don't know through a thought?
Come again.
Is there something that you know but you don't know it because you had a thought about it?
वो तो विटनेस वाली चीज ही है.
That's it. Exactly. That is the point I'm getting to. That you know yourself independent of thought. But I want to ask you, who witnesses the witness?
Need to know that witness who is witness तो समझ आए पहले.
Okay, that's fine. Remember that when you say समझ आएगा, know that समझ में कभी नहीं आएगा. In the sense that the intellect is not the instrument which will ever fathom the reality of what you are. So if you're trying to squeeze it into understanding or perception, it will not happen. And that should help you relax a bit.
What to be done then? How do I know who is the witness?
Yes. Now, what you witness, you say that I witness it, isn't it? If you don't know that one, why do you call it the highest, most important relationship in your life, which is I? Because if we say, who is that? We say, I don't know. And yet, we keep saying, I saw this, I saw anger came, I saw a good idea came, I saw this suffering in the world, I saw. So, this I is most important to us. You see? How do we make the relationship that this witness is the I?
इट बॉइल्स डाउन टू जो आपने बात बोली कि वो अनकंडीशनल लव से आ रहा है. आई मीन वही एक पावर देता है जो आई कुड सी कि वो मेरा खुद का ग्रीड नहीं है.
पर ये खुद है कौन?
आई कैन ओनली फील इट. हाउ डू आई डिफाइन?
Okay. Is it a feeling? Is I a feeling like anger is a feeling or
कुछ तो
joy is a
आई मीन
feeling?
कुछ तो है ना जो कि कहीं ना कहीं से तो मैं एनालाइज. हाउ डू आई एनालाइज देन अगर मैं.
That's what we are coming to. We are coming to the fact that all our instruments of analysis that we've used in the past They don't come to any purpose when it comes to this question. And that is why this question is valuable. This revelation comes from the Atma itself. That is why it is called Atma Gyan, self-knowledge. So this answer will be given to us by God's grace in the heart, in the form of a revelation. But the questioning sincerely is our job.
So I should keep asking the question who that witness is till the moment government reveal it to me.
Yes.
Who's
And as much as possible, don't rely on any instrument except God to reveal it to you.
who's witnessing the witness?
This is good.
Till that moment, what should I do?
What you will find,
That is the path I chosen, right?
yes,
When I was not finding it,
yes,
let me do my karam the best I could do.
yes. So now what will happen is that if you don't rely on the false instrument for self-identification, you see, that is when you create the fertile ground for God to reveal the truth to you. If you keep filling up the cup with the wrong eye, then there is no room for the true eye to reveal itself. So you have to remain empty of the false eye and allow grace, God, Atma, Ramji to move you in whichever way he wants. The mind will hate that.
No, mind is not hating it.
Okay, good. That's a relief.
I mean, I was जो भी जर्नी पहले थी, I was keep questioning why am I doing it.
Yes,
एटलीस्ट इस जर्नी को मैं क्वेश्चन नहीं करता हूँ कि why I'm doing it.
yes. Very
And
good.
I see the God will in it.
Very good.
But
Very good.
rightly said, अब वही चीज I am feel less empowered कि मैं वाकई गॉड विल को सर्व भी कर पा रहा हूँ और मे बी आई एम स्टिल डूइंग इट विदाउट अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट, without understanding the witness or the God.
Yes. The only time we can serve God's will is when our intention is to find the truth about God, or we have found the truth about God. So if your intention is to find the truth about who you are, it is the same thing as to find the truth about God. So if you remain in that intention, then you are following God's will.
My question is कि I okay, I'll remain that in that query कि I should remain empty till the moment God reveals to me. But then what should I be doing now?
Yes. So be empty as much as possible. We call that focused inquiry or focused prayer for as much as possible during the day. During the rest of the time, don't hold on tightly to this false identification of being a body mind.
What should I do with the purpose जो काम करना चाह रहा हूँ?
If the purpose is identified with the body mind, then you have to leave it for now.
बॉडी माइंड तो नहीं है, बॉडी माइंड पहले था.
Whose purpose is it?
नहीं, माई क्वेश्चन आई अंडरस्टूड कि शायद मैं बेस्ट पर्पस भी गॉड विल आइडेंटिफाई तभी हो पाएगा जब मैं ये जान पाऊंगा मैं कौन हूँ।
एग्जैक्टली।
पर जब तक ये गॉड रिवील और जब तक मैं इसको नहीं समझ पाता हूँ,
जी।
अभी तक जो जीवन की डायरेक्शन बनी है उसको किस ईमानदारी से करना चाहिए मेरे को? क्या उसमें और ईमानदारी आ पाएगी इस क्वेरी को रखकर?
अगर ईमानदारी का मतलब ये है कि हम अपने आप को भगवान का इंस्ट्रूमेंट समझ के करेंगे तो वो ईमानदारी ज़रूर बढ़ेगी। पर अगर ईमानदारी कहीं पे ये कॉन्वोल्यूटेड हो गई है कि मैं हूँ जो कर रहा हूँ, तो वो घटेगी।
उससे तो डीरिलेट कर पाता हूँ।
हाँ, वेरी।
वो प्राइड नहीं आती कि मैं कर रहा हूँ, बट ये ज़रूर जिम्मेवारी आती है कि ये कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ भी होना चाहिए मेरे खुद के विकारों के कारण।
तो सबसे बड़ा विकार हमारा ये है कि हम अपने आप को जो हैं वो नहीं समझते। दैट इज अविद्या। टू टेक योर सेल्फ टू बी दैट हु यू आर नॉट इज द ग्रेटेस्ट इग्नोरेंस,
आई एग्री।
isn't it? So when this ignorance is fading away, then you will be led only into more light, not into more darkness.
नहीं, डिडंट गेट इट।
Yes, as the ignorance of avidya fades away, अंधकार उसी को कहते हैं ना, अविद्या को। तो as you are not falling for misidentification as a limited body mind entity, then only light will increase, it can never reduce. And all that is good will only increase in that light.
यानी जो अब मैं एक्सपीरियंस ही बता सकता हूँ, उससे ज़्यादा तो मेरे पास बताने के लिए नहीं है। यानी कई चीज़ें मैंने 2 साल में छोड़ी, 3 साल में छोड़ी। 17 साल से मैं इस चीज़ को कर रहा हूँ, चाहे कितनी स्ट्रगल हो।
Yes.
तो डीपर फुलफिलमेंट सेटिस्फेक्शन है तभी कर रहा हूँ, बट अब नहीं हो रहा है जो रियल पहुंचना चाहिए। शुड दैट आई रिलेट कि वो फिर शायद गलत है? यानी आई डू नॉट रिपेंट जो भी किया अभी तक।
Don't worry. Don't worry. Now, the fact of the matter is that we do not know how to move a finger. है ना? Like आप medical field में हो, you will tell me that for the finger to move, some neurons have to fire in the brain, which activate the nerves in the hand, which makes the hand move. Now, does any of us know how to fire a neuron? Is it? So, we have taken on things onto ourselves, onto the false me, which actually only God had the power to move.
नहीं, आई मेरे को अभी तक एक बात समझ आई इस पूरे डिस्कशन में कि इट विल बी अ फॉल्स लाइफ इफ आई डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड हु आई रियली एम।
Very good.
And that I agree absolutely, but and I tried to look for it,
Very good.
but when I did not find the answer, then for me it was a, don't you think it was a God will that I should do something
Yes.
which I feel not be greedy driven, we should not be, so जो भी मेरे को कर्म में मैं अच्छा कर सकता हूँ, I should stay on that
Yes,
path.
yes. I am saying that, in fact, I am saying that more forcefully. I am saying we cannot, you could not have done it unless it was God's will.
Yes.
That is what I'm saying. So it was God's will, accept it as God's will. Now God's will has brought you to this self introspection, self inquiry very strongly. You see? So now we must value that, and we must not lose that in the question of doership. Because doership now you know, earlier you didn't know. Now you know that doership must belong to an I. No? Who is the doer? That is the important question first. So now the mind will offer you alternative questions to answer, which will be what should I do? What should I not do? Did I do the right thing? Did I not do the right thing? But you have to hold on to the main question, which is who am I?
एंड आई एग्री,
Very good.
उसमें तो कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है.
Very good. So don't change the question from this to anything else to do with the I.
पर अगर ये कहीं मेरे को फील हुआ हो कि इट्स ए गॉड विल विच आई, बिकॉज इट वॉज नॉट ए जर्नी जो मेरे दोस्त कर रहे हैं, कोई कर रहा
Yes,
है,
yes, yes, absolutely.
पर मैं उसको अच्छे से नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ.
But then, if it is God's will, then the outcome of whether it went well or badly is also God's will. No?
नहीं, पर उसमें मेरे को अपने विकार दिखते हैं ना. आई कॉम्प्रोमाइज दिस टाइम.
Okay, so if I accept that and say that because we were identified as something that we are not, and that is the biggest ignorance, now we are not going to do that anymore. We can, at best, we can learn from our mistake, isn't it?
पर नहीं, यानी माया खींचती है.
Exactly.
वाइफ, पहले सोचा था शादी नहीं करूंगा तो कर ली.
तो कहानी घर घर की है. See, that laughter itself tells you that it is universal, this problem, this question, this point.
पर अभी नहीं लगता कि उस करेज से, उस इंटेंट से मैं काम कर पा रहा हूँ.
हाँ, पर किसको नहीं लगता?
यानी अगेन विदाउट नोइंग माई सेल्फ फर्स्ट.
Exactly, exactly. That's what I meant by don't change the question, because we will be provided alternatives in Maya, saying that you resolve this first, you figure out what this is first. Now, God will reveal the answer to you if you stay with the true question. That is why it's also called surrender. Till we don't surrender the false me, the true I is not revealed for us. This whole process is much easier if we have faith in God. If we have faith in God, we can safely surrender the me and the life of the me to God and just focus on the main question, which is who am I? What is my reality?
मैं गॉड को तो मानता ही हूँ. एक सरेंडर भी, मान लीजिए मैंने फुली भी सरेंडर कर दिया, एज ए, ये जो लाइफ है, करंट टाइम है, मेरा क्या एक्शन होना चाहिए उसमें.
So once you surrender your life to God and you don't identify with the false I too strongly, we all identify to some level, but the attempt is to not fall into that trap too deeply. Then you will notice that whatever actions have to unfold through your body mind, they will continue to unfold. You see? Now, if you surrender, then you cannot pick up the checker guy. The checker guy will spoil your spirituality. You see? The checker guy is your diagnostics. Which means how am I doing? Am I doing this correctly? Am I doing this wrongly? If you've surrendered, then you surrender. If you surrender to the best cardiologist in the country, then you will not keep asking him, no, saying that, okay, now what is my this level and what is my that level. You will say, you are the best doctor, you will take care of it. So if you surrender to God, which you said that you have faith, then you don't have to worry.
पर यही तो किया था उस टाइम भी कि जब नहीं क्वेश्चन का जवाब मिल रहा था तो आई जस्ट सरेंडर, व्हाट शुड आई डू देन.
Yeah.
तो जो पाथ मिला उसको.
But I am the one who's saying it went well. You're the one saying that there were too many vikars in that, or
अब लगता है
don't worry.
उस टाइम तो
So surrender all of that also to God. Because anything that takes you away from the inquiry will just get in the way of the revelation. Yeah, 20 more minutes.
क्वेरी के बाद क्या.
If you're not in time, then is there a baad? In fact, I promise you, you are not in time. Time is in you. So you don't have to worry about next.
जो विटनेस वाला पार्ट है वो समझ आ रहा है. आई नीड टू कीप क्वेरी, यानी शायद जो मैं करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ वो तब तक सही है गलत है क्या है, टिल द मोमेंट आई डू नॉट नो माई सेल्फ.
Yes.
वो क्वेरी अलाइव दिखता है को शायद अब थोड़ी बेटर अलाइव रहेगी.
Eric?
And that's what all I need to do.
Yes.
और अगर मेरे को कहीं मन में ये फील होता है कि ये गॉड विल से जो भी जर्नी स्टार्ट करी, उसी के कारण वो डिससेटिस्फेक्शन आता है जब मैं उसके साथ अपने पर्सनल विकार से जस्टिफिकेशन नहीं करता.
Yeah.
What I do with this?
Use this. So something is saying that I don't get satisfaction because of this, or because I did this, or I did correctly, or I did wrongly. Just ask yourself, who is this I?
That I'm asking now.
So when it tries to bother you with these questions, take it back to the same inquiry. Because you no longer want a presumed answer. You see, your mind is saying, yes, the inquiry can go on, but in the meanwhile, how do I know if I am doing the right thing or not? You see, so it wants to put on the mask of the presumed entity again and say, let's make a determination about the goodness or badness or the rightness or wrongness of the presumed one instead of focusing on the real one. And the more you fill yourself with ideas about the false one, the more you will step away from the recognition of the true one.
Constant inquiry.
Constant inquiry, and when inquiry doesn't seem possible, at least not attaching to the false one.
उस कर्म का क्या करूं जो
Whose question is that?
वो क्वेरी रहेगी हमेशा कि मैं and I see the value in it कि who am I is the most important one to understand, because otherwise I will be always in the false.
Very good. And remember that you will never understand it, it will only be revealed to you.
कर्म क्या करूं फिर अभी?
Whose question is that? Like, in the sense that whose karma is it?
I can ask that query every time I try to, or I'm not letting me attach to the false.
Yes.
I can make that conscious effort for now.
Yes, yes. Very good.
कर्म क्या करूं?
That, you see the recursiveness of that question.
यानी वो तो जब भी अब एक डोमेन में मैं काम कर रहा हूं, वहां की एक जिसको मैं कहीं ना कहीं गॉड विल मानता हूं, ये भी पॉइंट है, उसको छोड़ दूं?
No? Neither holding nor leaving.
तो जो
Because
काम
then
नहीं
it
कर
will
रहा
become.
उसको बेटर कैसे करूं उस चीज में, क्योंकि वो
See,
डिससेटिस्फेक्शन
this is what is called the dvand. No? This duality is causing suffering for you. Because on one hand you say that it is God's will. On the other hand you say, should I do it or should I not do it?
बिकॉज विकार दिखते हैं, माया दिखती है, दिखता है कि मैं.
So then if it is God's will, then we are just to be an instrument of God and allow it to flow through us instead of doing it with the notion that I have to do it, I am doing it. There are millions of processes, I don't need to tell you this. Millions of processes happening in that body right now. If any of them was to stop, the body whole functioning would stop. So allow the same power to run your life. Experiment with this and tell me what happens.
कर्म की क्या जगह है फिर?
For those who are in the self-inquiry, karma have to be surrendered. That is the place.
सरेंडर कर दिया. वो जो सेल्फ इंक्वायरी में छोड़ चुका था, वो इंक्वायरी भी समझ आई.
Very good.
बट सरेंडर करने के बाद अर्जुन को भी तो लड़ाई लड़नी थी ना.
Yes. So what did Arjun have to do? He had to follow what Krishna is telling him.
तो वही फील होता है भगवान की, जब फ्रस्ट्रेशन आते तो गो एंड सेल्फ इंक्वायरी योरसेल्फ. वही कोशिश कर रहा हूँ दोबारा से अपने ऊपर.
Yes, and when you're empty of the attachment to the false one, then whatever Krishna wants you to do from inside will flow through Arjun on the outside.
अगर विकार दिखते हैं तो कैसे छोड़ूं उनको.
Now I've given you the path. By letting go of the false one, you letting go of all the avidya, all the ignorance.
नहीं, बीवी बच्चों को नहीं छोड़ पाता हूँ. तो बहुत अटैच्ड हूँ मैं.
You don't have to leave them. You don't have to leave them or to hold them. Now God will hold them from within yourself. You don't have to become a sadhu on the outside. You only have to become a sadhu on the inside.
पर वो आड़े आ रहा है.
Yes, the path of self-inquiry is not going to be easy. You will have many obstacles. All of us will go through them. Maya doesn't give up. She doesn't give up and say, okay, now he is a self-inquirer. Leave him. It will try to grab you more. I said that life may even seem to become more difficult. That's why we are not such a popular satsang.
करता हूँ.
Very good. And you can join on Zoom anytime. If you have a question, just ask. Many times with the boys, with the men, I've seen that you want to do it like, I will do this, and then that activates the I to mind. So with as much innocence, if you feel like something is blocking you, just say it in satsang. It's fine.
So self inquiry is the path.
It's hitting home for you. It's very clear. Are you able to observe the thought and to let it pass? What are the mechanisms with which we deal with the thought?
एज ए विटनेस थोड़ा देख तो पा रहा हूँ.
Yeah. So the first mechanism is attention. You put attention to thought. But the second mechanism is belief. So in the process of self-inquiry, If you put attention, it's fine. But don't believe, because belief is about the wrong one. It is not about the true you. Okay, you have 5 minutes to catch your flight, so I will give you this example. Okay, what you have to do to become miserable?
Attach myself something to it.
Very good. So one day in satsang, very early on, and the kids had just started coming, this example came to me that there is a anytime misery machine. There's an anytime misery machine, the ATM machine, which is the mind. Now, how will you take out misery from this ATM machine? First,
Empty it.
you take out misery, मतलब you want more misery to come. So we are going to the ATM machine to get misery. So first you put the attention to mind card, which is the ATM card. So you give attention, what is the thought saying? Like this is good, this is not good, I shouldn't do this. You pay attention. But just by putting the ATM card, we don't get the misery out. You also have to punch in your PIN, your personal identification number, which is called belief. So once you believe that that thought applies to you, see, then you are caught in the misery. And you have how much in your account? Unlimited. As much misery as you want, you can take out. You see? So for those who are on the path of inquiry, even if you give attention to mind, don't give it your personal identification.
No, that's not me.
Huh? Because it's not you, exactly. When a thought compels you, say, who? Who are you representing? The lawyer is there in the head, but who's the client, we don't know. The only time he laughed was in that Kahani Ghar Ghar Ki Jo. Huh? It is natural once you leave satsang that your mind will try to trouble you and try to pull you back into the old grooves of doing things. That is why, do we have the book Consciousness? We don't have. Just check. If there's, we can give him a copy of the book if we have. If we don't have, it's okay. We'll give him the soft copy version. Just to keep yourself in touch with this will be helpful. Okay, it's okay. We'll send the soft copy. Be in touch. Yes. This is all the Thiru effect happening. No, ever since she's announced the Thiru retreat, only inquiry is happening. Was it helpful for you also? While the mic goes to her, I just want to say that remember, all the paths lead to the same place, and that place is when we are empty and open and available and receptive to God's grace to reveal Himself to us. So, whether we say the revelation of God's presence or we say the revelation of myself, we are not to make distinctions about these things, because only in God's presence does the nirguna nature of God reveal itself, which is the highest self. So, all of these inquiry, bhakti, contemplative prayer, selfless service, unconditional love, all of these are pathways to that same holy place where we have to remain in stillness, empty of me, allowing God's light to shine and the revelation to happen.
It was really very clear with this conversation that when we feel desperate for an answer, like, but tell now, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, shall I do or shall I not do? I so identified it with them. I used to be like this, so desperate, for, and so that it is also that when we want to back up something,
Yeah.
sort of call like final,
Yeah.
like it's final.
Yeah.
That is definitely the person. It can never be. That means we've gone away from something when we want to wrap it up, right?
Yeah, it's a bit like with that texture of it is very personal, no? You can then
Yeah,
just tell me what to do. It's this needing, grasping energy.
yeah.
It's personal. And it's also because not having an answer for what to do is very frustrating to the mind. You see, so it wants relief from that. Just tell
Yeah,
me left or right. I don't care actually. Just as long as I know left or right, then I know left or right, I'm happy.
yeah.
You see? At some point, the indecision itself is painful. But the mind uses that to get us in this state of constantly rushing for answers instead of just remaining in a deeper place where deeper insight may arise, where the deeper truth may be revealing itself.
I could also very good
Is it
relate.
on? A little closer there.
I could also relate to it that somehow it is sold to us or to me. We are taught that there is a purpose of life, a purpose of soul, and that this also happiness of the soul. So there are only nice attributes. So to have this dry periods or that coming there can also be dry, this is, yes, where then you start, where I start then, and I could relate to that, that you get stuck, and then person comes in, do I do something wrong? And you're not able to, I'm not able to let it go.
Yes, it's very tricky.
Yes,
So if you take his example, he said that 17 years ago the question started appearing to him that he should ask himself, who am I? And because he was frustrated, he didn't get a good answer. He said that, okay, now I can't find out who I am. What's the next best thing I can do? You see? So what I can do is not live a life for money, not live a life for selfishness. So he created a project which has helped lakhs, many hundreds of thousands of people with medical needs. So, but eventually, through grace, he's returned to that question now after 17 years. No? So what happens is that frustration, that dryness, that aridity which you talked about on the path can make us leave and make us worldly. And it's only God's grace which keeps us in check, brings us back. Because especially in this world where we don't have to wait for anything much, we can just Swiggy anything we want to eat, we can just Uber a cab instantly. So then the part about waiting in stillness, in silence, waiting empty for God to reveal Himself can seem like a very frustrating process, especially in the modern world.
yes. Also because in modern spirituality, it's bliss, love, consciousness, and if on your path God sends you this,
Joy, joy, joy.
yes, this doesn't come, then
Bliss, bliss, bliss.
am I on the right path? Who am I?
And it's so strange that we have instant expectations of God's revelation to us. But anything worldly, we say, no, we have to work at it, we have to keep at it, we have to build our skill, we have to study it, we have to deepen in it. You see? But when it comes to realization of the highest, no, it should.
Be like instant coffee.
Instant coffee, instant noodles. So that's why I want to keep emphasizing that our part is to keep turning inwards towards Him through whatever method, inquiry, prayer, whatever we like to do, but to allow ourselves to remain in that stillness. In no matter whether that stillness tastes sweet or the stillness feels like the mind says it's completely dry, nothing is happening. It can oppress you with thoughts like you're wasting your life, nothing is going to happen. You see? So to face all that oppression from the mind and yet to have faith in God and His mercy and His love for us, that is the difficulty of the spiritual path. And that's why as a Sangha we should just constantly encourage ourselves, because everybody is going through difficulty, spiritual frustration, difficulty, all of these things. And just to have companions on the same journey who go through these things, just to share that. You see, so we can just, many times we can just say if somebody is going through something, we can say, yes, it happened last week here also, this is what happened, and I just felt like this is not for me, I will never find God. You see, the mind attacks in this way, and then I just return to my prayer in full vigor, and now it's gone. You see, because the false doesn't last too long. It tries to bully us, it tries to make us disheartened, it tries to frustrate us. You see, but if we just bear it for a few days, it'll pass. What is insightful is a response which was that I'm understanding that the question is very important for me now after so many years, but I'm not understanding what the answer is. You see? So, to be introduced to the fact that there is a knowledge which is beyond intellect, you see, which is Atma Gyan, self knowledge, and we have to uh, allow that revelation to happen in the heart. See, that is a very important point. Otherwise, we can beat ourselves up constantly. Why am I not getting it? You see? And if this frustration comes, why am I not getting it? Many times the mind will start pretending also. Yes, but I am awareness. I am awareness. You see? I know. And many times it will use the evidence of the dark, empty place that we come to when our attention is withdrawn and start labeling that dark, empty place as awareness. And forgetting to ask who is witnessing that perception of dark and empty. Is that dark? That is beyond our intellectual and perceptual capacity. So that makes us very humble. So spirituality is a process of constantly humbling ourselves because the fruit of spirituality will be gifted to us by His grace alone. So how should we deal with dryness? Dryness could come in the form of boredom. You're just sitting in satsang, or you're doing the inquiry, or you're praying, and the mind is saying, I'm so bored. I'm just bored. But what is boredom actually? Boredom conveys that I am dissatisfied with what is in the moment. You see, so not only am I dissatisfied just by being with myself, I'm dissatisfied with what the content of what God has given to us in this moment in the world. So I have a better idea of what I should be experiencing in this moment. It seemed like a very harmless idea, no? Boredom. But it expresses a complete dissatisfaction with our just natural being. When we start to realize who's the one sitting here in your heart, then boredom becomes an alien notion. Like how to be bored. Can we be bored without forgetting who's actually here? So the denial of God, the denial of Ram, Krishna, Jesus, Allah is the job of Maya, and one of Maya's biggest instruments is just this simple boredom. See, because if Ram, Krishna, Jesus, Allah were actually here, how could you be bored? How could we be bored? You see? So the minute we find ourselves saying, I'm getting bored, we have actually forgotten who's sitting in our heart, whose presence is actually here right now. Not in an oppressive way, like I don't want you to beat yourself up about it if you're feeling bored, but just to notice.
There's no Hindi word for boredom.
Sure. I had Hindi teacher, huh? Boriyat. That's in English, no? Bore. It's just been converted to. Huh? What did you say? ऊब रहा है, हाँ, that's it. मन बहुत ऊब रहा है, yeah. It's good to have very difficult words for.
आज तो मन बहुत ऊब रहा था, I bought into that.
You can say in English, so.
So this morning the mind was fully active, and I bought into that thought, which was, my God, if I don't go out and meet some people, I'll go crazy sitting in the house.
And meeting people,
And that's it.
also we go crazy. Why did this one say like this? Why did this one not say like that? So either way we go crazy.
So immediately I sent 3 texts. There's a lunch on Tuesday, lunch on Thursday, lunch on Friday.
Huh? What's this?
I immediately sent 3 texts to friends who I
Oh,
haven't met.
texts.
Texts. So there's now a lunch tomorrow, a lunch on
Oh.
Thursday, and a lunch on Friday. Surrendering it to you.
Maya Rimha Thagni.
Fully today, fully today. This is why.
But where is the time?
Inside.
In the sense that if you're doing japa, so if you're just, I don't know what you're doing japa with, I've forgotten, but in my case, if it is just Ram, 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 slow or fast, Ram, 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 Ram. But where is the time for anything else? Is it? I'm not saying we must not do anything else. We can do whatever we get the space for on top of this. And what is essential for our life to be led, He will give us the space for that to happen on top of this. So we must catch ourselves when we are getting into any of these mental traps, thinking, why am I not chanting? If that is my path, and same for inquiry, if inquiry is our path, then before we get into I am so like this, I am getting bored, I need to meet people, which is not a bad thing to meet people. I'm not making a judgment about that. I'm just saying that we have to be able to catch ourselves now at some point and say, who am I talking about? If we are inquiring, or if you find ourselves getting into some mental maze which we can't get out of, just remind yourself your job is to chant. That's why it's unceasing prayer.
So I find the moment I stop and I focus on some housekeeping stuff, like, oh, I need to get my pest control done, or I spot a cockroach, just gets hijacked away from God and
So
straight
the
into
guise of pest control, more pests are coming.
more pests. And before I know it, I'm fully in Maya.
This is all. It's good to keep noticing these tricks, so we don't fall for them that easily.
And this comes, this body is not exercising, I'm not exercising, I'll fall ill. I should be exercising. That's a oft-repeated number.
Yes. So that's why it's good to do some exercise snacking. You see, because the mind loves telling us that we are not exercising, but it hates the actual exercise.
Yeah.
So if it reminds you, I'm not exercising, do one push-up.
Yeah.
Then it will stop reminding you very fast. No? So that's why exercise snacking is good. Because whenever you see, like I've not done it for a week or so, but you just lift that mudgar and swing it a few times. Because many times the mind keeps making us guilty, not exercising, body, this thing, sugar must be high, all this scary stuff, but doesn't actually enjoy the process of exercise.
No, when the mind stops, like, I must do focus prayer in the morning before lunch.
Yeah.
But for somebody, it will not let you do the focus prayer. I do it in the evening. But the intention of doing focus prayer at least an hour before lunch, somehow or the other, it'll be like pest control.
Yeah.
so many pests will come, lunch has come and gone. And then other thoughts have come to it. You haven't exercised, you should join Leela swimming pool, you haven't answered so and so back.
It happens. Here also it happens many days. Then I feel like you're going to go share a satsang at 5:30. You're going to talk about focus prayer at least 2 hours. So by 3:30, I'm just like, I need to pray for some time. Because I don't want to sound like a hypocrite to myself in satsang. It happens to all of us.
So just, I'm doing,
You just like 5:30 satsang will start. Have you done your focus prayer? Have you done your focus prayer? So that's why 3:30 become my deadline. Right? I have to.
this checker guy is too bad, Father. It's just
No,
really
in this
too
case,
bad.
it's good.
Like,
By 3:30, I have to check it.
so these days, I've just started now. I don't know if you remember, but when I'd asked you, I was confused about which God to pray to.
Yeah.
You had suggested I may do a different God each day and said do it for a year and then hope that God will put you on whichever God He wants you to stay with. So I guess I did the Jesus EDS. Today I did the Shiva one, and tomorrow I'll do Shri Hanuman. So like that, I'm trying to
It's fine.
see
It's
if I
completely
can.
fine. It's completely fine. What my intention was that every day we must know what is our tool to not fall into Maya. Every day we must know. Now, if this is the method that works for you, it's perfectly fine. And if every day, so like I wasted a lot of years deciding between Ram and Shiv. No? So when Ram chanting japa would deepen, I would say no, but actually you're at heart you're a Shiv Bhakt. See what happens when you know this story. See what happens when you do Om Namah Shivaya, and it feels very good at that time. No? When you're aligned and you decided to do something else, and something else feels very good. So that's why I feel like if on a daily basis, today I'm going to just take Ram's name or Krishna's name or Jesus' name or Allah's name, then you know for today. Yeah? Now, whether you want to have a weekly schedule for that or not is up to you. You could wake up in the morning and say today this is, or before sleeping the next day, say for tomorrow this is what my tool is. But as you get used to, because the good news is that God is one. So whether we're saying Ram Ram or we're saying Om Namah Shivaya, whether we're saying Krishna Krishna, whether we're saying Allah Allah, it's going to the same one. And He is the one who is doing the growth in our heart. So after a few weeks of remaining with Him through various ways, through various techniques, He may make it clearer for us that this seems most natural, most easy for us to follow. And if not, otherwise we're still calling the same one eventually, but at least we are not constantly confusing ourselves or not doing anything in the process. See, what is the point of the mind's indecision? So that we finally don't go to God anyway. See, because I haven't decided only. Sorry, I'm speaking like this because I have this loss. As these lozenges in my mouth. So if we are not decided like, okay, now I may say Om Namah Shivaya, I may say Ram Ram, I may ask who am I may say Jai Ma Durga, I may like that. So when Maya is tempting me, you see, and it's not clear to me, chop 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 with Ram Ram Ram, you see, then it's got me before I can take the decision. No, I don't have the cognitive space to then decide what is best, which one should I pick. So we can counter it with anything that feels good in our heart, and then that itself may lead to a deepening, a clarity about what becomes a lifelong method, if there is such a thing.
I'll stay with this for a while. But today
Yeah.
again it came. It said, oh, Lent is on. We should be doing the Jesus prayer. It just keeps coming back again and again with these proposals.
The mind is not proposing these things because it has a great love for Jesus, isn't it? As long as we can spot that, it's just trying to make us indecisive and not do anything.
Father,
Yeah.
I find that there is
Did
a
I not
way.
get my specs? Okay, I
I'm with
probably
my
can't
phone,
read
so I
the
don't
chat because I forgot to get my spectacles today.
know.
Hello, Georgie. I'm presuming it's
Hello, it's me. I'm with my phone, so I don't know if I'm audible.
I can't.
I'm with my phone.
Yes, I can hear now. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I find that. Hello. I find that there's also one way that one can sneak in with this thing that we're talking about
No,
now.
the last sentence
Okay.
is not so clear.
Yeah. Maybe this phone. Maybe this.
Just as close as possible, if you could.
I'm really close. Like.
Yes, yes, this is good. This
Yeah.
is good. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Uh, So I find that mind can also sneak
Yeah.
in a way with this thing that we're talking about now because for instance I choose Jesus for today. I choose Yeshua for today.
Yeah.
So I've been saying Yeshua, Jesus. And then there's something happens, but with ease it comes to maybe first say the name or maybe not even say it at all, but to inquire, like 5 minutes inquire or to just directly move to God. And then mind can come in the sneaky so-called voice of the master saying, no, but you said you were going to do one thing. You said to Father you
For
were
the
going to do
day.
one thing.
Yes, yes.
So for the day. So that's, yeah. So I felt maybe I'll bring this to Father
Yeah.
because I feel in those moments, it's not that mind is confused, it's that it goes directly to that.
Yeah.
But if in other moments the mind is confused, then yes, okay, yeah, sure, yeah, sure, yeah, sure. Is that okay, Father?
Yes, it's completely fine. It's completely fine.
Okay.
I can hear so much better that I have my specs on.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Good. But you've forgotten your
Can I
spectacles.
ask?
I see that now.
No, it's because my phone is right here, so I can see
I see.
it. It's- I don't have any problem with short distance. Um, uh, I was curious what brought this change in Satsang,
I don't
the
know.
old inquiry. Okay,
I have no idea. Chanda is responsible. You can ask her.
okay. I'll blame her.
He asked a
We'll
question.
thank her actually.
Yes?
It's
That's good.
good. Yeah, I feel that it. Yeah, I feel it's good um, not to hold on too tightly to anything,
Very good. Very good.
and also not just that, but you infuse so much love into our practice.
Is my audio fine? You have the mic? Better.
Father, I just wanted to share something on this. Like I also have this between Radha Krishna. So yesterday during Satsang, Ma shared, like we were doing Ram Bhajan in Thiru. So what Ma shared was that when we are doing Ram chanting, Shivji also feels joys that we are calling out to Ram because Shivji used to pray to Lord Ram,
Yes.
and she also
Used to know still.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when we pray to Ram in Thiru, Shivji also gets happy with that. And she also shared one story between Radha Krishna. Like once when Radharani was going in one, and all the peacocks, birds, all the trees were chanting Radha Radha. So Sakhis felt that Radharani is mean, that she is making the birds and the trees chant her name instead of Krishna ji. So when they asked Radharani, so she said that if it would have been for myself, I would have asked them to chant Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. But it is because I want Krishna to be happy, and Krishna feels happy when we chant Radha Radha. So that is why they are chanting Radha's name only, so that Krishna becomes happy. So this thing, because I love Radharani, but I am praying, I am doing the arrow prayer to Krishna. So today I was remembering that because Krishna's name makes Radharani happy. So it somewhere was becoming easier that way, that I don't have to like feel that I am praying to Krishna but love Radharani. So it's settled that way somewhere.
On this path you can't lose. There is no way to come up with a bad combination or a bad name, because any name of God, remember, ultimately it is going to the one. All of these are so that we can relate. You see? Now, even what we can fathom about God in God's highest, it's so beyond us to be able to relate. You see? So the unfathomable aspect of God, our mind intellect just can't meet at all. So if you put it very simply, God knows that we are talking about God, remembering God, no matter which of His names or her names we use. You see? There are no camps, there is no fight. All of this divisiveness is only in the human mind. So you are absolutely safe. There is no problem at all. If the Lord that we pray to was only form, you see, then we would not find, if God was an object, then he or she would not be God. So the form comes from the formless, you see. So it's not that the formless or the formless coming into form, it's not that the form has forgotten the formless, isn't it? God does not forget himself. So just imagine that any representation of God, any way that we can relate to God, God cannot be upset by that, because ultimately every form of God will also reveal God's formless nature to us. So nothing to worry at all. All these divisions happen many times because of the human condition, where we get very attached and we start thinking our path is the best and others are the worst. Don't get into any of that. As long as you remember God and you remember that you're remembering God, it doesn't matter. It's all good. Sometimes we
Father.
paint this. Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
This one last
Father.
point I was making is that sometimes if we just stretch the worldly examples a bit further, we will see the absurdity of them. You see? So it's just like saying that we chanted Krishna Krishna all our lives, or we chanted Radha Radha all our lives, and we are supposed to do the opposite according to some rule somewhere. So I chanted Radha 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 throughout my life, and actually I was supposed to chant Krishna. So after I died, I showed up on the gates of Golok or Vaikunt or wherever, and there the gatekeeper is standing saying, "You chanted Radha all your life. You can't get entry." You see, that's absurd, isn't it? Like, we don't apply such stupidity to our human brothers and sisters, but we apply it to God. That somewhere that I was supposed to pray to Shiva and I prayed to Ram. So then when I ask for a permanent seat at his feet now, Shiva will not give me place at his feet because I chanted Ram. You see? Now, it's very good that the sages provided us the connective tissue by saying this one was this one the Isht and this one was this one the Isht, so that all this duality goes away. But even if they hadn't provided the tissue, it's so absurd that God will be that egotistical and forgetting that ultimately He is the formless one. From the Nirguna only all the Saguna arises. You see? So we never have to worry about these things. Anything to just take us away from God. Like I was telling her, the mind is not saying it is Lent, you should pray to Jesus because suddenly the mind loves Jesus. It is just trying to get you off your path. That's all. Yeah, you can go. Nupur can go.
Yeah, Father. Sorry to jump the queue.
No, no,
There
no.
was a there was a burning question when we were discussing on the same theme. So, Father, sometimes I do Ram Shri Ram's jap, and I have a like there's a divine heart connection with Sai Baba of Shirdi. So somewhere the form of Sai Baba of Shirdi is something that I feel I can just get on to, like, kind of sometimes just hold his hand and ask him. Because when the distractions come, I just tell Baba, just hold my hand. And even with Neem Karoli Baba, I like call him my Dada and Nana, like Baba, Neem Karoli Baba, and Sai Baba. So, Father, somewhere I'm feeling this, noticing this, that there is there is a need to relate to Sri Ram as a form sometimes that comes, because maybe it's because um, the the eating is so less that maybe I'm not able to feel a lot of love. But when I relate to the form of Baba and Neem Karoli Baba, Sai Baba, the love and the presence is far more intense. And even when I'm doing the ADS or the Naam Japa, I tell Baba that I can't do it. You have to sit with me in my heart temple, because otherwise the distractions just take me. And when I sit with them, both with Nimkroli Baba and Sai Baba, then Father, it happens. But somewhere I'm feeling that, I don't know, Father, if it's the latching on to the form that I feel that I need, like, like physical parents, like you, Father, because you are in a form. So, like, there is a latching on to you also, and not in the best of ways, maybe not latching on, but
No, no, I
so
get it.
I don't know, Father, if that's the right approach, because the formlessness of God sometimes I find a bit lost in that space. So, Father, I don't know what, I just wanted to put this at your feet. I don't know if it's a block or if it's just something that hopefully you'll be able to bless me with, Father.
Thank you, my dear. So, the line that really struck me in that is that the form of Sri Ram really I latch on to. Now, I'm paraphrasing, but the form of Sri Ram is so that we can latch on to. You see, the form, it's so beautiful that God realized that it is impossible for us when we, at least when we start, to latch on to the formless directly, to form a loving relationship, a heart relationship of love formlessly is next to impossible for most of humanity. So in his kindness, in his mercy, he has given us every, like at least in India, any attribute you can imagine of the Lord, that form is available for us to latch on to, isn't it? So the
Yes,
job
Father.
of these representations are provided by God, the incarnations are provided by God, all representations are provided so that we can find a way to latch on to them. So you must not be worried about latching on, and the sages, we put their photos on the wall so that we are able to latch on to them. And if we really latch on to them with full heart, God is going to introduce himself with his fullness. No, he is not going to hide anything from us. So when he gives himself to us in his fullness, both the Saguna and the Nirguna will be offered. You see, are offered. So Saguna Nirguna Eku Govindure, Tukaram ji said, no? That is one Krishna who is Saguna and Nirguna. So whether we relate in this way or we relate in that way, God cannot help but give himself fully to us. So we don't have to worry. And these tools that you're using, holding the sage's hands and sitting in prayer, are very beautiful. Don't let your mind bully you in any way out of them. Whatever gets you to deepen in your prayer is very beautiful. You see? Just remember that what I say about eating part is just so that your mind doesn't rush you out of the contemplative phase of the prayer. You see? So it is so that we are patient and we are empty in receiving also. So just make sure that you spend a few minutes without any intention, without holding anything at all, because the cooking has given us the momentum to remain empty and in our heart, so that for at least a few minutes we allow God to determine in what way the relationship will grow. You see, the rest of the time we are determining, isn't it? We are saying, come to me as in this form of Lord Ram, come
Yes.
to me. Neem Karoli Babaji is holding my hand, Shirdi Sai Babaji is holding my hand. So come to me. So we are determining the construct of the relationship.
Yes,
So
Father.
suppose we've done that 90% of the time. So 10% at least we can allow God to determine. You see? And it's okay if it doesn't happen, if it's 1 minute, if you just had an intention and it didn't happen, that's all that is fine.
Yes, Father.
It's fine.
But Father, also there are some miraculous things that are unfolding, like things which I couldn't have done from my intellect. Like during the busy day, also I feel that the presence and the love sometimes does such amazing things in the practical daily life that I was like, oh, this I couldn't have thought of. This only grace could have happened. So sometimes I feel overwhelmed, Father, that just like I barely do half an hour, 40 minutes, but I try and do constant Nam Japa in heart, Father, and constantly with Babaji's. And, but I think, Father, it's just somewhere it's just flowing, Father. So I just wanted to, and also Sai Baba only brought me back to you, Father. You know that, like I had strayed away, and his hand, I asked him one day, and he literally brought me back to your satsang. So, Father, I just want to say, at your feet always. Thank you, Father. Thank you so much.
Both of us are at the feet of these holy sages, and it's only the greatness of these sages which can offer this foolish instrument as some help for anyone in this world. And I'm so grateful for that trust, for that faith. May we both always remain at their feet and at God's feet. And may we both continue to deepen in our sadhana, in our practice, in our love for God.
Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father, for the blessing.
Thank you, my child. Bless you. That who reveals himself beyond time and space and beyond the universe, beyond any instruments that we can even fathom, for him to uh, grace our lives with moments of sheer wonder and awe and just surprise at how this could happen, is just par for the course. It's very much part of how he functions. That's just his kindness, his mercy on us. Bless you. Bless you. Okay, we can go to Sama.
Namaste, Father. Ram Ram, Father.
Ram.
Father, I wanted to, like, I don't know what, I wanted to thank you, Father. I wanted to thank you very much. Um, at that day, when we were going to Arunachala, in the car, Ma guided me towards the gate of the Heart Temple.
We could. Very.
And after that, like, जब इतना time नहीं मिला, we were all traveling, etc. But whenever I'm getting a chance, I'm trying to, like, I just remember one photo of Ramji, and I feel a lot of love, uh, a lot of love for him, and I try to stay in that love. And somehow, Father, वो same जो heavy thoughts आते थे, condition जो आते थे, अभी भी आते हैं, ऐसा नहीं, it's not like it's there, but I'm able to like face snap out of it faster. And Father, we were, me and Ramdas were not, like, he was not well, so we were not even we were not going to Thiru, मतलब अगले दिन जाने वाले थे. And I don't, मतलब, just I'm very thankful that we went and I had that conversation with her father. And um, I'm feeling like if I would, like, I thank God ki I don't know, I'm like, I'm feeling ये miss हो जाता, and I don't know how. I mean, I could have even missed meeting this space. I could have, like, this life could have gotten over without, uh, like, how me I had gone astray uh, last year. And I'm like, so I'm feeling very grateful that it happened for them. And I know I, like, many times um, ऐसा motivation आता है, and then I don't follow through it. I'm not consistent. And this I like I want to try further. And
Right?
I, at times today, I saw that I'm listening to some thoughts, and I have a image of, like, how I am, etc. And it's a very pride, like, it's a lot of proud, like, I think too highly of myself sometimes, and sometimes it's very lowly. So it's I was noticing it today, and I was like, I felt like very disgusted about it. So like I just wanted to say this, Father. I'm very thankful.
Very good. I'm very happy to hear this. For us to be led to the gate of the heart temple where we are going to wait patiently, faithfully, humbly in that stillness is a very, very important step in human life. So I'm very happy to hear this. I'm very grateful. You want to share something about how to come to the gate of the heart temple? You want to share?
She told me that she was never feeling any kind of. She told me that she was telling Ramdas that she was not feeling any intimacy, you know, with God. She has not found a place of intimacy, and I was sharing something. Yeah, I was sharing about a song. I was sharing about a song that what is the true bridge bhumi, there's this holy land in India where Radha Krishna lived, like what is that? And then I was telling them that that's inside the heart, that we have to find it. It's not, glorifying a physical place. And the doors to that bridge bhumi will open by God's grace, but we have to lie there endlessly till he opens it, and we don't know how long it'll take, this life or how many lives, but how to come till there. We don't have those wants because it's so fulfilling just to know that you found yourself at the gate of your heart, of your Lord, of your God. You're close to him. That in itself is so satisfying, so fulfilling. So when I was saying this, then she told me that I don't understand this. And then I realized, Father, that maybe nobody, like who I was also sharing this with, maybe they're not getting it, like they're not understanding that it's not about just doing. So I've seen her pray and she would like rock back and forth and just keep saying Ram, 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 and she would really put all efforts. But that time when I was sharing it, I was telling her that how it came that time was that to love, when we love God, when I say I love God, do I love him through my five senses? So we were looking at it like, do I love him through my senses? It was sounding very basic and stupid also, but we were trying to do it like that, that do I love him through my taste? Like, do I love him through my senses? And it was not that. And then, do I love him through my thought? And it was not that. And then, do I love him through my emotion? And that's where we were, like everybody was finding that area like a gray area, that do I love him through my emotion, as a feeling. And then, I don't know, Father, I think it's grace of God also, that you can just see that there is a depth in your heart which is beyond mind and beyond perception, which is so filled, and which is where God is known, is felt, is calling us from. And that is not something that the mind can understand, that it's an absolute act of faith and it's not blind belief. And that is what I think like just clicked for her, and I could see that it was pulling her down, it was literally like the mind going into the heart, that kind of and it was. And then she was asking me that, is that where I have to pray? And I felt so happy, Father, that that's where we have to pray. So, yeah, like that. I don't know how right now, too tired to say.
Very, very good.
Then I tried also sharing it in Satsang, but my tries are not God's wish. So I tried, and 1-2 people also shared something on it, so I was happy. Yeah.
I'm very happy to hear this, both of you. Very, very happy. Because once this project becomes clear in this way, once the project is clear in this way, that whatever the path may be that led us there, it is there which is the rendezvous point between the spirit and my soul. It is there where the Antakarna and the Atma will meet in that holy love. then it's a big, big step. In fact, it is the step. It is the step where we cannot go beyond that step.
Father,
All other steps are taken only by him.
when I felt I came to the gate of the heart temple, I felt like even my life changed. I feel like the prayer just comes alive. It was like as if it was dead, or as if the words and the love were in two separate places, and then it just comes alive.
Absolutely.
And Father, this time when I was like in Satsang, I was sharing about something about japa, and I was saying Radhe, Radhe.
See, that's why you manifested right in front of you.
Right, yeah. It's always gonna stay next to her. So when I was saying, मुझे यहाँ लगी.
That's how it is.
Bad one here. What? Bad one here.
So, but that's how it is.
Just comes.
That the disciple of his God is always there. So,
I want to ask you that I was saying Radhe, Radhe, and then at some point, no, that it's not happening now, but at some point, no, my heart started doing it,
yeah.
and with like it was like as if I was saying with a lot of love. I was saying Radhe, and my heart was like echoing it when I stopped. Okay, it was saying with so much love, and then I remembered what you said, that the heart loves to pray. Father, when you were saying it, I really did not. I was to wonder what is he saying. I mean, I had a sense, but maybe I've not heard it like so clearly. Like,
Beautiful.
so beautiful it was, Father.
It's very good. So our mental prayer becomes ajapa, effortless in the mind. Then it falls into the heart and it can feel like some effort initially in the heart to say, and then it becomes effortless in the heart. So it's so beautiful that you're just witnessing that prayer. So that's why I know that our job is simple. I pray and he witnesses, or he prays and I witness. Bless.
Can I say one more thing now that I'm talking? Father, something like when I came back to the satsang room today, first of all, I felt like I was watching Arunachala, but I just entered it as I came. I felt like that experience, I don't know, it just felt like as if I was like dumbfounded for like the first part, because I felt like I just entered that. So being with you is,
Just because self-inquiry was happening.
oh, not at all. Then, Father, I felt like many times I make plans which are not like, which I realize later are based out of a kind of idea of spirituality, or idea of fun garbed in spirituality, or something like that happens.
Maya in the guise of
Yeah,
godliness.
godliness. And when you come to a true space where there's true godliness, then you tend to realize that you messed up. I felt I messed up. Not in a, what I'm saying, like it didn't feel like aligned with something, although I can't say it was good or bad, like I told Sama that I think my trip is done now, while going only. So I was very happy I had that conversation, but I don't know, Father, that I just wanted to say this.
Yes, yes. Remember that Maya loves to wear the garb of a sage. Like Ravan dressed up as the sadhu to kidnap Ma Sita. So we just have to be clear whether this, whatever the proposal is coming from the mind or the heart, and if that is not so clear, then also just keep checking whether this will keep me more in God, in my heart. Will it disturb my sadhana or will it help my sadhana?
Like I get confused sometimes because if I go alone, it's a different experience because I feel very quiet and I'm praying and all of that. And the last time I went, it was very different experience. But when I go with everybody, whoever they are, I don't feel it's just my students, anybody else also. I don't know, Father. Like even though there was, I don't know which way to look at it because it was so.
Always look at it the positive.
Yeah, it was good. It was wonderful, but that something didn't still sit right when I came here. Like when I was there, God maybe used it and it was beautiful. We had amazing satsang, Father, over there. And
If I say so myself.
huh?
If I say so myself.
It was good, Father. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because so many new people were
Yeah, I know.
remembering God again,
Yes,
and I was so amazed at that. I was amazed at how they were sitting till 11:30, 12, listening to talks about God. People would just get up and leave. So I was really happy about that. But
Sorry, I was just making a joke. Yes, yes, very much.
excitement that, oh, Pratna has come from Delhi and it'll be so nice to take her there. That excitement. I don't,
I hear you. Yeah. We just have to be very heartfelt about it. And there is no higher place than the heart temple which is there in our hearts. I'm not putting down any spiritual place, I'm not putting down any holy place. It has a lot of support for us to come into the heart, that is good. But remember that the most intimate temple for God is within you. And our job as teachers of God is just to lead them there, lead everyone there, whether they like it or not. In the sense that there may be a feeling like someone doesn't want to meet God in that way, so can we do something in some other way? But our job is just to lead them to this point.
the joy of that is so much. I was so joyed. I was so happy. I was,
This is music to my ears because initially, when we come to this point, we may feel like, that's it? What's happening here? When is the door going to open? You see? So it can feel like till the door is going to be open, it's going to be quite a sad life. It can sound like that. But like Ma Shabri, we may think had quite a sad life till Lord Ram showed up. It is just not true. Just waiting, just remaining, abiding there is the most beautiful, because it's not that something is stopping because of that door from his end. He's just not revealing the fullness of himself yet, because he wants us to grow and he wants us to deepen and he wants us to love more and he wants us to be more humble. You see, he knows what is the best time to provide the full revelation of Atma Darshan. But it's not like if we are sitting empty in the holiness of our heart, nothing actually is being held back from us except the palpability of it to a certain extent. You see? So it's music to my ears that if we can just enjoy, not just having to bear our stillness, but actually enjoy that stillness, then that is beautiful. That is very, very good.
And to also see that joy in others. Like if another come, like at least I haven't walked at all. Whatever little one step I took by your grace, if I can share that, that's only enough.
That's all we have to do. That's all we have to do. From our experience, what is the highest for us, we have to just share that. That's all. That is full integrity. Very good, very good. Let's go to Samia.
Hello, Father. Can you hear me well?
Yes, yes, Kacha.
Oh, thank you. Uh, Sorry, Father. It's not so easy to talk with me. It's not so easy to talk immediately for me because I also don't know what to bring. But I'm just crying. I know why, but also I don't know. I don't know what to bring actually.
Yes.
I don't know, Father. Just so many things boiling, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yes. Well, you know me, I'll always look at the bright side. So, what is boiling behind everything boiling?
What is?
So much boiling, no? So much boiling here, this, that, emotion
Yeah,
boiling, thoughts boiling.
but they are not just boiling and they
And
continue to boiling further.
yes, yes, but what is boiling behind all the boiling?
Um, but it's not helping for them to be removed and they stay.
Let's try, let's try. So,
Yeah, we
where
are
does,
always trying and they're always staying further.
let's give it 2 minutes. Okay, it's 8:10 in my time now. Let's give it almost 8:11. So let's give it till 8:13. Yes. So till 8:13, we just look at the one who's providing the water to be boiled. Yes, 2 minutes. Just look at the one who's providing the water to be boiled. No? Is the fear that it won't work, or is the fear that it'll work?
It's not fear. It, it's not fear. I don't know. I think that's the problem. Like I just want my problems to be dissolved. I don't want to say this. Not exactly this, but I think I have question and confusion about this path, exactly about this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's wonderful. It's amazing. Nothing other than you or Guruji can give this to me, this taste. But at the same time, yeah, this is the problem. At the same time, I feel just so alone in life and whatever I see here, and like we are always hearing that, oh, it's okay, like we don't even speak about this father, but in every other path it's also so much included, you know. So
Yeah.
I have confusion so much because I see other people who are in spiritual path, like they are also so much supported on this, you know. They are walking with their father and life is not apart, but I feel like this is my experience. I feel like we are just left alone, and okay, I will say and I don't know what to do, and I'm not pleased with that. And yeah, also lack of trust so much. Like, I don't know. I fear so much. And yeah, and among this fear, in this fear, like I cannot find any hand to reach. Like, yeah, before I was feeling like every step in life I feel I want to feel your support because I fear a lot, father, in life. I don't know, it's something about me, but so much trauma and so much fear in early of life, so I need so much need of trust and sorry. Yeah, and I'm sorry, but that's why I was texting you all the time. It was giving me that trust and support, but now I can't find it. I cannot find anyone. No, you or my guru. So yeah. And I'm going here and there. I'm so thankful, but they're not my guru, you know. I'm so thankful that they accept me, but yeah, this thing, this I'm boiling with, and I don't know what to ask. I don't know if help will come. I don't know what I need. But yeah,
Yes.
I just want support in my life, Father. I just want support in here. Thank you for everything, but I also need support here because I'm still here, okay? Yeah. And I want to trust.
Yes. Yes. So I just want to say that what can a teacher of God do except to share what is true in his heart and what words God gives him to share in his heart. Now, I don't feel like from here, from this expression, it has ever come that you must not get supported in any other ways, in any other spiritual teachers, in any other paths, in any other way of finding support. I don't feel like it
It's
come
not you,
naturally
it's
to you.
them.
It
It's
doesn't
not you,
come.
it's them, Father. Sorry to interrupt, but yeah, they are
So,
like, if you are coming to me, you have to be dedicated to me, but I don't feel like, so
yeah,
yeah, it's not you, but it's them.
at least I feel here that if there is love for God, if one is truly a teacher of God, then they will also see that no one expression, no one instrument of God has every answer, has every solution, has every resolution to what a child needs. So that is
That's why
fully
I'm going here and there.
Yes, 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 and I understand that. I understand that, and somewhere, do I wish that God would have made me capable enough to take care of every requirement that every child has of me? Of course, maybe that wish was there, but I also see that it is not possible for this one. He's a beginner on the path, and he has a long way to go himself. So, just to offer full resolution to every child, no matter what their conditioning is, may not be possible here. All I can do is offer what works here, what makes me go beyond the clutches of Maya, go beyond the uh, never ending seeming problems of the world, uh, go beyond the human dynamics and conflicts and all of these things, is not a denial of that, but to look at the complete picture. And if looking at the complete picture is the world's idea of bypassing or denial, then I may be guilty of that. But why should I want to look at a world uh, which is empty of God when it is so full of God? Like, in a way, what you were telling me is that meet me here means meet me without telling me that God is here. Meet me without pointing me to the fact that He is taking care of everything, and His presence brings peace and joy to all of us. So, how is it that the denial of His presence and His mercy and His love for us is the denial in the world? Why not meet the world fully, which includes His presence shining through everything? You see? So, at least here, this one seems to be quite incapable of finding or proposing any solutions which are godless or without reminders to God. You see? And maybe that is not adequate for some of my children, and that's completely fine. And that's why I've never said that you must be only here and nowhere else. Because I see my limitation. I see that I have a long way to go. So if I myself have a long way to go, how can I tell my children that you cannot go to places where higher help may be on offer? Yeah? I cannot say that. But if you feel like, if you say
And
to me,
there's no
Ananta, you
higher.
must give me what the other ones are also giving, and I find myself unable to look at life in that way, which is absent of just God, 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 then I'm just going to say, I'm sorry, I'm just not able to do that. I'm not able to do that. And I understand that that may lead to some frustration, but I can only offer what is true in my heart, my child. I cannot offer what I may speculate about. It has to be true in my heart for me to be able to say that. And I find that the only solution to life is God and His presence and His light. And I realize that that may lead to accusations of spiritual bypassing or Advaita denial. But I just feel like, how can to look at life in its completeness be a denial?
Uh, Father, I'm sorry if I'm heard like accusation. I just want to
No,
cry
no, it's
out
not. I'm just trying
all
to.
these
Yeah.
sentences which are always boiling within me. Um, I know, Father. That's why I keep coming to you. Are giving the highest, and from there, life is really flowing. But these feelings are really coming time to time. Maybe it's just we are wanting so much. We are expecting things to be the way we are expecting. We want things to be the way we are expecting, and we just want to our desires to be fulfilled. And wherever I go, my desires are not fulfilling. So it must be God, you know. So I cannot blame anyone. I think, yeah, that's it. But yeah.
I love you, my child, and may God's presence shine through. May it bless you so much. And already you've made so much progress in the last few years. May you keep on that journey, and just may His grace be fully with you.
Yes, Father, thanks to you. I'm sorry if
No, no, no,
I
no.
didn't want to accuse you, but they were just boiling within me. I just need
Right.
to burp up them.
I
I'm
just gave you an
sorry
opportunity.
if
Not
I
at all.
burp up to you.
It's
But
all
yeah,
completely all right. It's not at all an accusation. I feel like it is true. If any
I
of you
just want to
children
cry
feel,
in front of my father,
yes,
you know.
yes, yes, yes. But it's also,
It's also prayer to
it
God,
also,
Father.
yes, I know, my child. There's nothing. I'm not at all upset about it. I'm just saying that as as a father, if I lie to you and say no, I have full solution for everything, and I am at the top of the mountain and I have nowhere to grow, then I would be lying to you, and I never want to lie to you because one day I have to answer to God. Bless you, my child.
Thank you, Father. I'm sorry.
No, 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 it's
Bless you
fine.
too.
Thank
I love you. Thank
you.
you.
Love you, love
Thank
you. Ram Ram ji, Radhe Shyam ji.
राम राम जी, आपको चरणों में कोटि कोटि प्रणाम।
को बहुत बहुत आशीर्वाद, बहुत प्यार. Bless you so much.
Bitcoin.